I am so fully equipped for today's live. You don't even understand. Water, my notes from this detox retreat. We've got Hispanic anatomy diagrams. Like, that's really the type of time we're on today. That's really the type of time we're on today. Hey guys, hey. Hope you're having a good night, everybody. All right, cool. So as always, rules of the live is ask any questions at any time, comment box, chat box, we'll go back and forth, whatever. But today's topic is, and I notice I always like point up here because like that's where the title is, but then when the live is posted to my page, like there's no comments and nothing. So when I'm pointing, it's just stupid, but let me get ready here. All right. My family is a whole blend of Latin. My family is Dominican, Puerto Rican, Panamanian. That's my blend. Those three, the trifecta of all the Latins. Honestly, I noticed like right here on my eyes is a little bit puffy. Usually when people have puffy under eyes, it is a lack of kidney filtration. So if you wake up with puffy under eyes, also it could be, I was just about to say it could be lymph stagnation, but lymph stagnation is always also a lack of kidney filtration. So like I can see already, like I use my body, guys. I use my body. I'm not perfect, but like you see how I have these like bags kind of right now? Lack of kidney filtration today, right? Today. Or lesser kidney filtration today. All right. Let me see what's up here. I have a question for you. I saw a reel that says you should never juice or make smoothies with your fruit because it disrupts the electricity in the fruit. Is this true? Interesting. So, no, not true, is what I'll say. If I were to go more in depth on that, there's this concept of angstroms of energy, right? Dr. Morse has angstroms of energy to measure the electricity of fruit. However, I actually had a reel that I archived on my page, and it was the reel that went viral about angstroms of energy. Prepping some pomegranate seeds for tomorrow. Hey. Totally. Hey, Gabrielle. Hey, from California. Ooh, okay, hi. It's early over there. 6:30 timing, live. 6:30 live. Hope that's a good timing for you. So Dr. Morris has an angstroms of energy, unit of energy to measure the electricity of fruit and different foods. However, that reel I posted a while back. It's not on my page anymore because I don't agree with it and I can't get behind it anymore. Oh, 5:30. Okay, interesting. Sorry guys. Oh, I forgot. I'm in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is an hour ahead of Eastern time. Did y'all know that? Puerto Rico is an hour pushed. So it's 9:30 where I'm at right now. That's wild. Hi from Trinidad. Oh my gosh. I love this, guys. We are out here, international. So yeah, that reel went live on my page, and let me just keep it short and sweet. I can't articulate how Dr. Morse justifies using angstroms of energy, and I had to go a little mainstream and ask my father, who is an electromagnetic engineer, right, for a pretty big company. But electromagnetic engineer, and I had to ask him and have him help me walk me through understanding if angstroms is even an option or a possibility to measure electricity of fruit. And we came to the conclusion that like we both can't justify it and we both can't articulate it well enough and we both can't understand because like Dr. Morse's resources aren't able to provide the debunking of all the questions I would have asked him. You know what I'm saying? If I were to ask Dr. Morse all these questions that me and my dad has, like his resource, his book should be able to debunk all of those things. And the internet couldn't debunk those things. So I just don't get behind angstroms of energy to measure electricity of fruit right now. Okay? Until I can get some clarification from the ones who claim. Okay? So electricity of fruit, I'm not going to say juicing or smoothies ruins that at all. Smoothies keep all fiber intact. You get such a high volume of fruit in such a such a small, liquid form, high density, small liquid form. That is so nutrient dense. That is so amazing. So many antioxidants. Electricity of food, Who cares? And juicing, high antioxidants and enzymes, okay? Sure, we don't have the fiber, but high antioxidants and enzymes, and easy on the digestive system. So if people were to juice fast at all, it's really, really easy on the digestive system, which allows the body to heal other things. I'm not telling you to jump into a juice fast though, because you have to prepare for that shit, okay? Hey everybody, good question. Great way to start it off. Good question. I'm going to right now take some herbs, best herbs for inflammation. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to be taking some herbs right now because I am on a detox, okay? What is your standpoint on the duck flower detox? I have never heard of the duck flower detox before. I would love to be enlightened on what that is. I'm going to be taking my herbs tonight, okay, with y'all, so we can go through some things. Tonight's topic is herbs and common themes with detox. Okay, word. So what I usually do, I take all my herbs together. I take herbal tinctures. Oops. Tinctures, everybody, okay? Quick absorption into the body, all right? Quick absorption into the body. So 1 dropper full, let me show y'all instructions here. 1 dropper full is 2, well, technically 1 whole thing here is 2 dropper fulls, okay? So I'm gonna put in 2 dropper fulls. Okay, I hope that made sense. 2 dropper fulls per tincture. This one was Kidney and Bladder 1 by Dr. Morse. This is Adrenal Support by Dr. Morse. 1, 2. Everything in a shot glass together, y'all. Everything in a shot glass together. Also, I am very block happy, FYI. I know people can comment and say, oh my God, girl, you look good, you're beautiful, whatever. But I will not like that energy because there's always malintent behind it. Okay? So thank you, but no thank you. What smoothie / juice do you suggest is best for the liver? Oh, interesting. I would say any smoothie and juice, greens and fruit. Oh, I only did one of these. Greens and fruit all will help the liver. I did go through a period of time where I believed that cruciferous vegetables would help the liver. And I think the philosophy behind that was cruciferous vegetables supposedly help pull estrogen or help improve or pull estrogen from the body, which helps. I can't really, let me not even talk on that because I can't even talk on that. Let me just say, detoxing helps the liver no matter what. Reducing oil consumption helps the liver. Oh. Y'all can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I'm going to pause. I'm just going to pause. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can hear me. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Thanks, guys. Sorry. Whenever I see I can't hear you, like I need to stop everything just in case something's wrong. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks, y'all. All right, we're talking about liver. We're talking about liver stuff. What fruit and smoothie or what juice and smoothie helps the liver? Everything. Fruits and greens, y'all. Fruits and greens help the liver. Okay. I hope if I got like 3 of these each, then fuck it. Okay, y'all can hear me. Good. You never lost audio. See, I feel like people just be doing that just because. Like, they just be saying that to throw me off. Anyways, let me get back to it. Right now, I'm taking Adrenal Support by Dr. Morse, Endocrine Glands, Dr. Morse, Kidney and Bladder 1, Kidney and Bladder 2, Dr. Morse, Spasm Calm, Blood Circulation. Okay, this is very, very basic. I am never going to tell you to take exactly what I'm taking. Okay? I'm never going to tell you to take exactly what I'm taking because your body is different. For example, Spasm Calm. My nervous system is fucked. Okay? And I have like my intestines, right? My colon, ascending colon, descending colon. Mind you, look at this beautiful diagram we have right in front of us here. Ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon. In my body, I get intestinal spasms over here and over here. Boom, boom, boom. They will randomly spasm. That is less of a digestive issue. That is more of a nervous system issue, okay? Nervous system issue with any muscle spasms or twitching, okay? So I am not telling you to take what I'm taking. I'm doing a detox right now, okay? I'm doing a detox right now. I take for my body what I'm taking. Very, very basic though. Y'all could be on a kidney support. Y'all could be on an adrenal support. And y'all could be on a blood circulation support and an endocrine support. Those 4. Endocrine, adrenal, blood circulation, kidney. Okay? I will say, do not be taking herbal tinctures unless you are eating all raw. Okay? Do not be taking herbal tinctures unless you are eating all raw. Right now, I'm on a detox. I am all raw all day right now. I do not have any cooked food, and I haven't had cooked food for 2 weeks now. Oh my God. I don't drink alcohol. The last time I had alcohol was 3 years ago. And that does not get easier. That is like taking a shot of liquor every single time because herbal tinctures are made potent and preserved using alcohol, which is okay. Because fast absorption into the bloodstream. It's okay. All right. Whew, y'all. I felt that. Yeah, I know. Whoa, 2 weeks. What a journey. I can't tell if that is sarcastic. You can't mix that with water. Honestly, I prefer not to mix it with water because I just want it. I don't even want any dilution. I just go for it. No dilution. 2 weeks, what a journey. I really can't tell if that's sarcastic or not. If it's sarcastic, I know. I'm only 2 weeks in. All right. Yeah, so all raw means that you are not having any cooked food, okay? Your diet is greens, your diet is vegetables, your diet is fruits. Maybe some people could consider like soaked nuts and soaked oats as raw. Right now, I'm not eating oats. I'm not eating any grains right now. 0 grains. Do not take herbal tinctures unless you are eating all raw. So in the meantime, when I told you guys endocrine support, adrenal support, kidney support, and blood circulation support, you can take herbal teas, okay? Take some herbal teas for now. If you're raw, you can dive into some tinctures. I will say Fabulous 5 by Mira Herbals, which is in the link in my bio, has all of those systems that I just mentioned covered in one bottle of a tincture, okay? It is kidney, endocrine, lymphatic support, not a lymphatic cleanser, because you cannot be taking lymphatic cleansers until your kidneys are filtering and open. So lymphatic support is okay, but a lymphatic cleanser is not okay until you know your kidneys are filtering, and you will know your kidneys are filtering by peeing in a glass bottle after a 12-hour fast and checking to see if there is filtration. If you shake it up, put a stick in it, if there's sediment, if there's flakes, if there's all these things, you know your kidneys are filtering. That was a lot on herbs all of a sudden. Yes, seeds as well. Do I do any nuts? I'm not doing any nuts currently this week. I was doing nuts last week, like soaked almonds. Yeah, making like almond cheeses and almond yogurt type stuff. It's just almonds blended with different amounts of fluid to get a cheese, to get a yogurt, to get a milk. Okay? Yes, seeds totally. Pumpkin seeds. I'm pumpkin seeding it up right now and sunflower seeding it up right now. Soaked, sprouted, blended. As easy on the digestive system as possible. Blended. How long do you eat just raw and what does it help? So that depends what you're doing it for. If you're eating raw for a detox, then a 3-month detox is what's going to drop you in to allow the body to heal some significant thing for a period of time. It helps everything. Everything. If you're healing from any chronic disease, the answer is go raw for a period of time. And then And then if you go raw for a period of time and symptoms clear up, and then when you go back into normal life and you start dabbling and introducing things and you get symptoms back, that tells you your body did not clean everything it wanted to clean. You know what I'm saying? If you bounce back into symptoms really, really quickly after a detox, then your body didn't clean everything you wanted to clean. So that 3-month time period that you first mentally got into, which is fine, go in for 3 months, come out of it because you're mentally exhausted, and then go back in. Totally fine. Totally, totally fine. I've seen to blend nuts with water and add sea moss and spices to make cheese. Totally. Yep, 100%. 100%. I didn't start filtering until 20 days in on a 30-day grape juice fast. Facts. Why soak the nuts in almonds? Because it breaks down the outer layer. The outer layer is a protective shell, which the human body is not meant to digest. It's literally a protective coating for the nut to prevent digestion. So when you soak and sprout it, it breaks down that layer. Is it bad to use fruits and veggies together as a smoothie or juicing it? Are we supposed to do veggie juices only and fruit by themselves for juices, and why? Oh, good question. Okay, so some of my fruit people have said before, why are you mixing oranges with your carrots in your juices? I'm like, because I wanted an orange juice with a ton of different orange things in it. In general, I would say in a smoothie, don't mix vegetables and fruit. In a smoothie, don't mix vegetables and fruit. Keep it fruit and greens. Mind you, I'm saying this again. There's 3 categories of food that I put it into. I do greens, fruits, vegetables. These are 3 different categories of food, okay? And let's rope it into my title today, Common Things with Detox. Common Things with Detox. I've learned with Haley, with Victoria Butenko, through Farida Sharon's teachings, and I've learned with Ann Wigmore's teachings. These are 2 places that are OGs, okay? Greens and fruits are okay to combine. I feel that as well. It is okay to combine greens and fruits in juices and in smoothies, and maybe on a salad. Like apples on a salad might be a vibe. So greens and fruits can be combined. I have common things between 2 locations, or 3 locations even. 4 locations even. Okay? Fruits and greens. You can combine those. But vegetables is a different category. That's the zucchinis and the squashes and the broccolis and the onions and the peppers and the things. I would not combine those with fruit in any circumstance. And I would not combine those with juices, truthfully. I would not combine those with fruit and juices either. I would combine greens in juices as well. And that can include cucumbers. That's considered a fruit, right? That's considered a fruit. Do you mean just leafy greens? I was talking about just leafy greens, but right now I just mentioned cucumbers. I would blend a cucumber in a juice, in a green juice. My favorite green juice blend actually is kale, parsley, cucumber, apple, pineapple, ginger. I think that covers all of it. That's my favorite. Can you give us an example of things we can add with fruit juice and smoothie with greens? Yeah, I just did that blend just now. And then with a smoothie, anything. I do a banana with pineapple with a fuck ton of spinach. Or I do blueberry with banana with a ton of kale. Or I do any sort of blend of berries with, you could do even arugula gives a little spicy. I kind of like arugula with berries. Gives a little spicy sweet. You know what I mean? Any greens with any fruit in a smoothie is okay. Leafy greens. And then in a juice, you can dabble with cucumber totally in a green juice, 100%. Greens are just so high in minerals. So if people are on all fruit during a detox and they're like, oh, I'm depleted, 100% we put in green juices, 100%. And that doesn't interfere with a detox. People are like, oh my gosh, are greens going to interfere with my detox? If they're in a juice form, they're immediately absorbable and instantly absorbable and don't even require anything from the digestive system. So, good questions, everybody. Great questions, everybody. All right. Let's see what else I got here. How many days does it take to sprout almond and pumpkin seeds? 8 hours. 8 hours. Put them in the morning and you have them for dinner. or put them in overnight and you have them for breakfast. 8 hours. I heard soaking seeds lets the seed think it's about to germinate, activating it and waking up the nutrients. That is the perfect articulation of it. Soaking the seeds lets the seed think it's about to germinate. It activates the seed and the potential of the seed, so it starts just brewing all of these nice nutrients. Exactly. That is beautiful. Great questions, great comments, actually. This is a good one. Good discussion. Please do not record my lives. I'm saying that right now. Like, do not record my lives. This is my content. This is my copyrighted content. This is my business. Do not record my lives. Thank you. And that goes for everybody. Like, we're here for a reason. You're here for a reason. You're here to learn. Sorry. 20% battery. As we know, I don't charge my phone before I do this because I get too excited and too impatient to wait for my phone to charge. But like I was saying, do not record my lives without any permission. I do not give anyone permission to record my lives. Sure, I'm on the internet, right? Sure, I'm on the internet. But there's a degree here of like respect that you need to give someone showing up. And like, there's no need to be like stealing content and using that. Okay? Thank you. Spirulina and barley grass on a regular basis versus only when detoxing. All the time. Gabrielle, all the time. Spirulina and barley grass all the time, all you want. I would say wheatgrass over barley grass too. Spirulina plus wheatgrass, 100%. Totally barley grass as well if you want. All three if you want. Totally. All the time. Definitely. Good question. All right. Like I said, ask any questions at any time. However, what I'm kind of excited to go through, I have like these notes that I've been taking, and this journal was dedicated to this trip, this detox retreat trip. And how's growing wheatgrass going? Where did you get the seeds? So the wheatgrass that I posted a picture of was at the retreat center itself. So I don't have that. What are you doing in Puerto Rico? The Ann Wigmore Natural Health Institute. I have been learning. Does anyone want to answer my question? She's been ignoring me. No one is ignoring you on purpose, my friend. We have a lot of comments happening. You can ask your question in the question box, okay? If I happen to skip over it, there are a lot of comments flowing on my end, okay? I'm not ignoring you. Yeah, in Puerto Rico, I'm at the Ann Wigmore Natural Health Institute. Well, I left a couple days ago. But yeah, I've been learning more about detox and new philosophies of detox and different philosophies of detox and trying to come to common ground and understanding, because I refuse to get pigeonholed. That's all I keep saying. I refuse to get pigeonholed. I'm addicted to learning. I used to make a fruit smoothie with spirulina, barley grass, dual cilantro, and then would have bad insomnia that night. I'm clueless to why. Do you have any ideas? Because that is a very activating smoothie. I would just not do it at night. Oh, unless, did you do it in the morning and then you had insomnia later? It's just a very activating smoothie. So like insomnia can just be a manifestation of anything, right? We have the pineal gland, governs sleep. We have adrenal glands, govern sleep. When you start to take this smoothie, and this is a heavy metal detox smoothie, this blend that you're talking about, spirulina, barley, dual cilantro, when you start to activate and shake up metals and your elimination pathways aren't open, they're affecting other tissues. So then that can end up just manifesting as anything. For some people, it might be insomnia. For some people, it might be a rash. For some people, it might be breakouts. For some people, it could be anything. So in your body, it's manifesting as insomnia. Does detoxing interfere with building muscle? Is it enough protein in that diet? Detoxing interferes with building muscle in terms of packing on and lifting higher. Like if you were actively detoxing, I'm not going to be telling you to exercise till like max failure, right? I'm not going to be telling you to exercise in order to be building and packing on muscle, because what a detox is doing is stripping away. You've probably built your body on 20, 30 years of acidic foods, eggs, protein powders, meat. You've built muscle on acidic foods, therefore your muscle is acidic. During a detox, your body's naturally going to break down acidic tissue, and if that muscle tissue is acidic, then what's it going to do? Break down the muscle tissue that's acidic. The body's never going to get rid of tissue that it doesn't want, okay, and that it doesn't need. The body will never break down tissue that it needs. So if you're consuming enough food during a detox, we have you on fruits, we have you on juices, we have you on greens, we have you on smoothies, we have you on high minerals, we have you on these things. If you're consuming enough of it, the body's never going to wither away and break down. However, if your muscle was built in an acidic environment, you're definitely going to break down muscle that is not meant for you, right? And then you can build back up in an alkaline environment anyway. So everyone's talking about protein, 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 protein. I need protein. Fruit has protein. A whole papaya has 5 grams of protein, okay? The volume of food, the mistake that we have with people being on a vegan or fruitarian or whatever, the mistake you have is eating a high enough volume of food to match what a tiny slab of meat would give you. Animals eat plants, 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 plants every second of every day, right? They are grazing all the time, every day. Plants, plants, plants. Humans, we were told, okay, you need to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, 3 meals a day. If you eat more than that, then something's wrong. If you eat less than that, then something's wrong. No, I eat all the time, all of the time. I am hungry every hour and a half, and that's fine because I'm eating plants. And I'm going to feed my body every hour and a half, whether it be a juice, whether it be another fruit, whether it be a nice energy soup that I make, whether it be a smoothie. You know, I'm going to feed it because the volume of food that you need to sustain this and get protein, right, from your fruit or amino acids from your greens, because in reality, the body only wants amino acids. The body doesn't even want to break down complex protein structures. So greens have amino acids, y'all. Green for Life is the book by Victoria Butenko. All amino acid breakdown is in there for you. The body wants amino acids. Fruits have amino acids. Greens have amino acids, okay? Follow Fruitarian on Instagram. Fruitarian Ted Carr literally exercises to failure, max reps, beating personal best, and he is 100% Fruitarian. And I'm not even 100%. I'm not Fruitarian at all. Right now, I'm on 75% greens, 25% fruits. I'll say I'm more 50-50 now. Right now, I'm more 50-50. Good, I'm glad that was helpful. I'm glad. If you're eating enough food, don't worry. The human body only needs 60 grams of protein per day, truthfully. Take a nice deep breath after that one. Sorry, I'm spewing, letting it flow. What are your thoughts on intermittent fasting? Works really well for men, not great for women before menopause. I've talked about this many, many times. I think it's on my last live, actually. What's the name of the book again? Green for Life. Green for Life. Victoria Butenko. The homie Ramarabi is fruit-based and he's buff. Facts, exactly. There you go. There you go. You have to look at people who are doing what you're doing, right? You can't just listen to this narrative where it's like, oh my God. When I detoxed, you know how many people were like, is this safe? Is this safe? Is this safe? And I felt more vibrant and better than I ever have. And ever since then, I felt more vibrant and better than I ever have. I have the most energy I've ever had. I'm eating a lot, but I have the most energy I've ever had. And people are like, is this safe? Is this safe? Is this safe? And it's like, is it safe that you're drinking Coke? Is it safe that you're eating Chipotle? Is it safe that you're consuming pesticides on every single thing you eat? Is it safe that you're taking 82 medications? Is that safe? I don't think so. I don't think that's safe. So when people are like, is it safe that you're eating fruit and you're not getting your protein? Look at the people who are actually doing what you're looking for. Those are 2 people we named right here. Ted Carr and Ramarabi, built off of fruit. Okay? Cool. Sorry. That felt a little aggressive to me. That felt slightly aggressive. Hey guys. For anyone just tuning in. Hey. Also, I asked for some feedback in my stories And love, thank you for that. I'm working on some things. Definitely working on some things. But I would like to know as well, do y'all like the long form content on Instagram? Because I've had people say like, I don't watch any of your lives. I only watch your reels because I'm not on Instagram to mess with long form content like that. So I only watch your reels. And then I have some people who are like, when do you go live? I want a schedule. I need a schedule. I'm always missing your lives. So it's like 50-50. Maybe I appeal both audiences by just keeping with both. Yeah, that honestly seems like an answer. I don't know why I was thinking twice about it. I don't know why I was overthinking it. All right, cool. So I talked about herbs already. That's kind of title today. Herbs and common detox things that come up. Love the lives. Good. Okay. I'm glad you love the lives. Awesome. So we talked about herbs. Do not be taking herbal tinctures unless you're eating all raw. OMG, I religiously watch your lives. I put them in my Bluetooth speaker at home. Oh my gosh, January. I love the name change. January. Hey girl. Hey. Guys, January just did the certification course with me, Rising to Health. I just noticed she changed this name. I love that name. I love that name. Thank you guys for watching the lives. I appreciate it. Love the long form content. Okay, cool. Cool. Love it. Keep going. Hell yeah, I'm going to keep going. Can I take a rest for a second and engage with the people? Let me take a rest for 2 seconds. I was just saying what's up. I'm going to keep going, of course. Okay, cool. We talked about herbs. Don't take herbs unless you're on a 100% raw diet. I mean, herbal tinctures. Don't take herbal tinctures unless you're in an all raw diet, okay? That's the safest way that I'm going to recommend this blatantly to the internet. You can totally be on herbal teas. And technically, you can take an herbal tincture if it's a singular ingredient. Like, I recommend like licorice root to people whose adrenal glands are busted. You can take a singular licorice root herb without changing your diet in tincture form. But mostly, I'm going to say teas across the board to start supporting the body. A kidney tea is the perfect place to start. A kidney tea is the perfect place to start as you're changing your diet and shifting your diet. And then once you get all raw, you don't need to be all fruit. You don't need to be in a detox diet with all raw and all greens in order to take herbal tinctures. I'm sorry. You don't need to be on a detox diet of all fruit and all greens to take herbal tinctures, but you do need to be all raw, okay? Because tinctures are just super powerful. And the ones that like we work with, Dr. Morse and Ramarabi, it's just so powerful. And like Ramarabi was to the point where he's like, don't even take herbs unless you're on all fruit. That's definitely extreme. And he like doesn't like, he doesn't like mean that all the time, but it's like to that level. It's like the herbs are so powerful that they're going to be shaking up toxins. So if your diet is mucus forming at all, or if your diet is trapping toxins in the lymph at all, or clogging up your organ systems at all, you do not want to be on crazy herbal tinctures. Where are the kidney teas? There are 2 kidney teas. There is one link in my bio, Mira Herbals. Click the link. I think the link in my bio says recommended herbs, Fabulous 5, but it will take you to Mira's website and you can look for a kidney tea there. Or I have, that one is really, really powerful and it's expensive. That would be like a detox prep tea, or even like during a detox, you could be on that tea totally. But then we have a nice one from the Healing Junkie. I don't have her at right now. Jessica, if you're in here still, feel free to put it again. Feel free to put it again. You can use code DetoxTori with the Healing Junkie for her kidney tea. It's called the Filterer. Fabulous foundational kidney tea support. Okay. Jessica, if you're in here, feel free to put it anytime. But on Instagram, it's thehealingjunkie.co. Okay? She has a fabulous foundational kidney support, and then Mira Herbal has like it's super strong, but it's also, it's like really expensive. Okay? There's Jessica, thehealingjunkie.co. Okay? Yep. Code DetoxTori. Always. Anytime I say anything, it's code DetoxTori. Same one all the time. All right. The Filterer is what it's called too. Hey everybody. Hey. What are some cheap herbs? Because a lot of us on a budget. Yeah, facts. I would say Jessica's are cheaper, right? Jessica has a kidney blend that's cheaper than Ramarabi, okay? It's not the exact same herbs. He has an extensive herbal blend, okay? But if you want to be ordering like individual herbs, then you can go to an online apothecary, Rebecca's Apothecary or Star West Botanicals Apothecary, or even Jessica's website, The Healing Junkie. You can buy bulk herbs individually and blend your own teas together. I would literally just Google what teas are good for kidney or what herbs are good for kidney. Put them all together, make your blend, and then you have like bulk herbs that you can just use on your own. There's a brand called Herb Farm that's pretty cheap. That's pretty attainable. That's at the Vitamin Shop. That's at Whole Foods. Tinctures range around like $15. And you could get like a licorice root tincture. That is okay to take. It's a singular herb. Even if you're not changing your diet, I would say it's okay. It's not going to shake up toxins like crazy. It's going to support the adrenal glands, and adrenal gland function directly affects kidney function. So naturally, if we're supporting the adrenals, we're also supporting the kidney. But then eventually, we also want to support the kidney. Okay? Dandelion is great for the kidneys. Boom. Facts. Buy some dandelion herb, loose leaf herb. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Great herbal talk, y'all. Great herbal talk right now. I would say herbs are definitely a gap in knowledge for me. Definitely a gap in knowledge for me. So like, I couldn't sit here and be like, yep, these 5 herbs are good for the kidneys. I couldn't say that off the top of my head. I could give you a couple: bushu, juniper, uva ursi, dandelion. Adrenals, I could tell you like skullcap, licorice root, but there's definitely like a gap. That's why I'm not an herbalist. I don't combine these things together in a fancy way. What is the name of the book by Victoria? Green for Life by Victoria Butenko. Green for Life. And right now I'm on like a 50% green, 50% fruit diet, and I'm detoxing and passing parasites left and right. Definitely. And I was just doing a week of like 90% greens, 10% fruit before that. Just learning different modalities, guys. I'm addicted to learning. For real. I love it. I feel like I unlock superpowers every time. Hey guys, what's up? All right, that being said, because I am just like seeking out ridiculous retreats and things and books and everything, the whole 9 yards, there are some commonalities that I found across all the things that we are studying and reading and going to, you know what I mean? So let me read off what I have here. This is incredible. My note: everything in balance feels like it's the answer to healing, because the grape cure is the answer. Wheatgrass is the answer. Fermented foods are part of the answer. Fruit is the answer. Raw food is the answer. These are common things that I've seen. I've read The Grape Cure. That has healed cancer. That works. Wheatgrass, Ann Wigmore. She puts people on wheatgrass fasting, and that heals disease. That works. Fermented foods, also at Ann Wigmore, they do a lot of fermentation. I would not agree with how much fermentation they do for an extended period of time. I would use that for a short period of time to restore the microbiome after you've cleansed the colon a little bit, restore the microbiome, and then going into a healing diet. So fermented foods are part of the answer, because Ann Wigmore retreat works. See what I'm saying? People heal off that, and they do a lot of fermented, okay? So that also works. And then we have fruit cleansing. That also works. And then we have raw food. That also works. Plant-based diets. That also works. This all works. Fasting works if you do it the right way, okay? All this stuff works. So when we have people who are like, oh, I don't agree with greens because I cleanse on fruit. Or if they're like, I don't agree with fermented because I only use this. Or I don't agree with wheatgrass because it's a hybrid food because Dr. Sebi said it's hybrid. Like, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's like all of these things work, and all of these things are shown to work by the OG people who have proposed them in the books, not the internet, the books. You will not find this stuff on the internet. You have to read books to find this stuff, or find mentors and teachers who have read the books and studied under the OGs themselves, because we're only like 2 generations removed from the OGs. Like, I worked with an iridologist who studied under Bernard Jensen. And then my mentor Haley worked with Farida, who studied under Bernard Jensen. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're really only 2 generations removed from the people who like brought this to the table. Okay? So if all these things are the answer, everything in balance feels like the answer to me. To me, everything in balance feels like the answer. It's just a matter of how you stack it and where you stack it. Okay? How you stack it, where you stack it, what the foundational diet is at certain periods of time, depending on what you're working on, what you cleanse first to then be able to move into the next portion the right way. Like combining all the things is the way to go for me. And that's what I'm finding is working now. Like greens, including a high amount of greens, has restored my stomach acid and restored my digestion more than anything that I've ever done. Ever. And that's my personal experience on it, you know? So let's see what else we got here. I literally have a list. I literally have a list of the common things that I would blatantly spill out. Like if someone were to put, I'm not going to say ideal lifestyle because I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I figured out the ideal lifestyle. I didn't. None of this is my original information. I'm learning from people who do it better than me. I'm learning from everyone who does it better than me. I'm literally just using my brain that's been good at doing school for a really long time and applying it to this. You know, like I was good at high school, I was good at college, I was good at things. I'm just applying it to this now. This is not my original information. Some fermentation, some fruit, some greens, some fat from the direct source, like seeds, like avocado. No oils. Raw food, organic. Next page. Short-term juice fasting. Fiber from whole fruits, smoothies, and whole veggies. No oil, not naturally found in nature. No skins or shells. So no shells or skins on almonds or seeds or grape skins. We learned that in the grape fast. You can definitely, if you're eating fruit and you're having like a small portion of grapes, you can eat the grape skins. But in the grape cure, when you're on grape fasting, which is the #1 healing food, and soon, I'm excited to say some things about grapes. Grapes are very near and dear to my heart because they are the #1 healing food, right? If you're like grape fasting for a really long time, you do not want to eat the grape skins. Okay, so no oil, no skins or shells, which is why we sprout and soak nuts and seeds. Mono meals, muscle testing, sprouting and soaking, no fruit after high fat or normal food. Normal food, by like a salad, I mean. No fruit after a big, dense meal. Okay? That's what I've come across. We have yeses and nos. The yeses, some fermentation, some fruit, some greens, some fat directly from the source, seeds and avocado, for example. Raw foods, yes. Organic, yes. Short-term juice fasting, yes. You have to do it the right way though, and you need your body in preparation. Fiber in its intact from whole veggies, whole fruits, and smoothies. Yes. No oil. Across the board, no oil has come up plenty of times. No skins or shells. So almond shells and shells of the seeds, this is why we sprout. Sprouting. Question from Justin right here, Vegan Train Hard. What do you think about sprouts? Love sprouts. Love sprouts. So high in nutrients because they're fresh from the seed. Fresh from the seed. You activate the seeds when you soak them and sprout them. Nutrients activate. High. And that phytic acid layer, that protective outer coating of any seeds or shells of nuts and things is broken down. So no skins, no shells. Yes to mono meals. Yes to muscle testing. No fruit after dense food. It feels really simple to me. It really does. I like the idea of moderation. That's how Confucius ate. In reality, like if you really think about it, it's kind of not moderation because like we're not doing dairy, we're not doing meat, we're not doing oils, we're not doing these big foods, but like it's moderation within this field of detox because everything's been proven to work. Why don't we balance it all and get the best of both worlds? We just go in and out of certain phases and things according to what we're working on at that time. You know. Yes, grapes. Totally. I want so bad to grow my own food in a garden one day so I can control how my food is made. Then I don't have to worry about crap on my greens. Facts, 100%. Honestly, greens are the easiest thing to grow too. Truthfully. Greens are so easy to grow. I was making raw baby spinach soup with 2 cups of tomatoes, 4 cloves of garlic, celery sticks, cups of spinach, and an orange blended in the Vitamix. Then shingles rash came out of my leg. Ooh, that's a very activated soup. I would also say another thing that comes up very regularly, not consuming garlic and onions regularly. If you want to be able to have your body use garlic or onions with a medicinal effect, do not consume garlic or onions daily or even like regularly, okay? Or else what happens, the body will get immune to the antibiotic properties of this food. Garlic is a natural antibiotic. If you consume it every day, your body is immune to that as a natural antibiotic. So if you want to be able to use garlic as a medicine, don't consume it every day. Okay? Beautifully put. I'm glad it was beautifully put. I'm drinking Evian water. This is my water of choice when I don't have access to my water. You know what I mean? When I don't have access to Mountain Valley spring water or my distilled water with my fulvic minerals added into it, and I am traveling or in an airport or in other places, Evian water is my choice. Please explain again why no fruit after a meal. Sorry guys, I'm on 10% battery now. 10% battery now. You my favorite. Hey. That's wild you say that because I've intuitively had the same thought about both onions and garlic. Here we go. Here we go. The universe is speaking through. The universe is speaking through. What if we already consume garlic and onion every day for 3 years? Or every day for years? Then stop. Just stop. Let the body restore your immunity again. Or resistance, you know? Please explain why no fruit after a meal. Fruit has... What do you think about garlic? I just said what I think about garlic. Do not consume garlic every single day if you want to be able to use garlic as a medicinal antibiotic. The body will get resistant to garlic if you eat it every day. And it cannot be used as a medicinal antibiotic. If you want to have the option to use garlic as a medicinal antibiotic, don't eat it every day. That's it. If you don't care, then eat it every day. I don't care. I'm just saying, if you want the option to use it, don't make your body resistant to it by consuming it every day. Would scallions fall under that umbrella? Good question. I would say the greens of the scallions would not. Down to the yellow might. If you're down to the white part might, because it's more potent. But the greens, no. Okay, why not consuming fruit after food? This is like the question again that I wrote back to. Fruit digests extremely, extremely quickly. I'm going to say a range of like 10 to 20 minutes according to what fruit. We have really, really fast watermelon, 10 minutes, really, really long, like banana, 20 minutes. Okay? Does garlic work as an antibiotic cooked or is it better raw? Like in a salad dressing? Raw. Always raw. Always raw. And I wouldn't even say mix it. Like when you take garlic as an antibiotic, it has to be really, really potent. Like my mentor, Haley, one of my teachers, she always said whenever anyone got the Rona or a V word, like not this V word, but like, I actually saw a picture in here. Do you guys know what V word I'm talking about? The V, I don't even think I can spell it out because Instagram is like so on the ball. You know what I'm saying? I found a picture in here. Oh, this guy. If someone has one of these in the body, Haley taught me you can consume a clove of garlic, a whole clove of garlic. You see how much you need to consume for that? A whole clove of garlic with a whole slice of an orange, a citrus, okay? Whole slice of an orange. That together, chew, 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 swallow. The orange cuts the taste of the garlic, but you have to be consuming that much garlic in a sitting to have medicinal properties. And she said like 3 times a day you can do this to start kicking infections. Okay? That's how to use it as an antibiotic with medicinal properties. Yes. So, fruit after food. Fruit digests so quickly. complex structures of vegetables and quinoas and things like that do not digest quickly. So when you introduce fruit into a slower moving digestive process because the body's trying to break down vegetables, the fruit will ferment because it's sitting there for too long and not being digested as fast as it wants to be. So it will still start to break down, but it causes fermentation because it's not being absorbed at the rate that it wants to. You have this complex structure of all these foods, of complex carbs or complex proteins or complex whatever, that the body's trying to actively break down, so it's not actively absorbing fruit. And fruit will still break down, but it will ferment because it's not being absorbed. The whole big ball of garlic is a clove. No. When you have the ball of garlic and then you like open each thing, it's like this piece and then this piece and then this piece. Each one of those pieces is a clove. One of those is a clove. Not this guy. Each one of these guys is a clove. If that made any sense, this is the best figure that I could make. This is the figure that I could make to replicate garlic. Good questions. Great questions. I'm on 10% battery, guys, so like, I'm sorry I don't charge my phone before I do these. I just get too excited and impatient. I really do. I appreciate you all. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Literally love all the comments. January, again, I just saw your name pop up again. I can't get over it. Such a good name. Such a good name. So good. Let's see what else I've got in here. Oh, something I learned. Can you repeat the yes and no things? Oh yeah, totally. I can totally do that. Guys, I learned something about fruit the other day at the Ann Wigmore retreat that I did not even consider. Fruit can be acid forming if it is unripe or picked unripe. I was stunned when I heard this. Fruit can be acid forming if it is eaten unripe and picked unripe. It's a game changer. It is a game changer. You know how much emphasis that now has me putting on frozen organic fruit? Because when you have frozen foods, that's a lot of fruit. Exactly. That's a lot of the fruit. Exactly. And look, Justin, Vegan Train Hard. Justin also does Detox, and Justin does personal training on a vegan diet and bodybuilding on a vegan diet, or building the body on a vegan diet. So that is a whole nother level I have not tapped into. But guys, frozen organic, this is making me push probably more for frozen organic, because when you have frozen food, they pick it when it's ripe and immediately freeze it because it can last, right? They don't have to do these weird mechanisms where it's like picked unripe and then they synthetically ripen it and then it's like sitting in the grocery store and then that like looks like it's ripened, but it's like actually picked totally unripe. I was shocked when I heard this. Shocked. What's his name? The vegan bodybuilder. I wouldn't say he's a vegan bodybuilder. I would say, Justin, what do you call yourself? Vegan personal trainer. Or not even vegan personal trainer, because he trains people who aren't vegan. Right there. There he is. Vegan Train Hard. There he is. Knows how to train and build muscle while on a vegan diet. How long does frozen fruit last? Forever. No, as long as you want it to. It's frozen. As long as you want it to. As long as you want it to. Totally. Wow, guys, I can't believe I forgot to say that. How long should you eat meat with one meal a day before you move on to the next step of coming off meat? Well, if you can come off meat as fast as you want, then do that. Come off meat as fast as you can. I just tell people one meal a day because they sometimes can't give up meat. If you can give up meat, do it. Overnight, do it. Do it. And then get yourself on all raw for 1 month at least. 1 month all raw before moving to the... So if you're okay with coming off meat now and you're on all raw, 1 month of all raw. That's the next step after coming off meat. I'm reading some notes to see if there's any new gems I have to tell you guys. Ooh, this is a good one. If people are making recipes or eating like a big salad or a big Buddha bowl or a big whatever, 3 to 5 ingredients at one time. Recipes should not be loaded with tons and tons of ingredients, especially more than one fat source. I did not know this. You should not be in one meal having multiple sources of fat. Like, I used to be putting, like on my Buddha bowls, I would put avocado and then do a whole layer of tahini on top. Sure, I was bloated after the whole thing, and I had no idea why, because it was like decent food, obviously. But I was like, what is going on? It's the multiple types of fat that the body's trying to digest. One fat source per meal. I was blown. I was mind blown when I learned this, which is why, like, at the retreat I was at, when we do energy soup, we have different toppings on the energy soup. So the base of the energy soup is sunflower sprouts, buckwheat sprouts, and zucchini blended together, okay? And then we have different toppings, pumpkin seeds or avocado or papaya or dulse, okay? But we never put the pumpkin seed dressing blended with the avocado on the same soup because it's 2 different fat sources. You pick one or the other. It's either the pumpkin seed or it's either the sunflower seed dressing or it's the avocado dressing. Why did I not know this? I was just studying this today. Yes. Why did I not know the fat combination thing? The fat combination, duh. Amazing, everybody. Amazing. Okay. Let me drink some more water. Ann Wigmore Natural Health Institute is the retreat. Ann Wigmore Natural Health Institute in Puerto Rico. Do you think that includes fruit mixed in a blender, like 5 fruits or more together? Yes, I would say that. I would not say 5 different fruits in a blender. I would say 3 to 5. This told me, my note, 3 to 5 ingredients per meal. So I would say no more than 5. No more than 5. Ann Wigmore Natural Health Institute in Puerto Rico is the detox I was just doing, okay? Learned a lot. We went through the yes and no lists, the common things across all detox modalities and studies that come up, which is where the truth lies. The truth lies in the commonalities. The truth lies in the commonalities, which is why it's so important to study different philosophies on one topic and find mentors who have studied different philosophies on one topic. Because the commonalities across the board is where the truth actually lies. Totally. Totally. Okay. I'm kind of tired. My phone is definitely going to die. So I think I'm going to stop. Y'all, this book my dad got out here. Do you like Dr. Robert Morse? Of course I do. But you just have to study other people to know discernment. And Dr. Robert Morse has done nothing wrong, truthfully. His graduates, though, my mentor Carrie actually says this, which I adore this. His graduates some of them have gone to the extreme. Okay? Nah, charge it. You said charge it. Why is a lot of water needed when taking herbs? Jessica, can you answer that question why? I do not know why you need a lot of water when taking herbs. I don't know why. Actually, naturally, I intuitively do that. Like, I just drank a whole liter. This is like a 2 liter, or like a liter and a half. I just drank like that whole thing intuitively after I just took my herbs. But I don't know an actual reason why. But what was I going to say? This book out here, all in Spanish. Anatomy of the Body in Spanish. Look at that. So good, y'all. So good. Love it. Literally can't get any better. Except they have a whole page about jabs. They have a whole page about jabs, advocating for jabs. I don't advocate for jabs. Nope, I do not. Stage 3 detoxification in the liver, needs water to flush out toxins. Thank you, Justin. Well, stage 2 detoxification. Okay, exactly what we're talking about. So I'm saying don't take herbal tinctures until you're eating all raw. This is why. You're dropping into a deeper level of detoxification, okay? Herbs bring you to another level of detoxification, even if it's a tea. It brings you to a next level, okay? Helps the body flush, helps the body filter. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Never advocate. Yeah, never advocate for none of that. No more. Never again. Once you know too much, you can never go back. You know what I mean? And like, we are all so beyond, guys, honestly, let me check my phone battery one sec. It's going to pause. Okay. 5%. 5%. That's decent. I've been going an hour. That's decent. Yeah. Once we know more, we can never go back, you know? And like, the book, let me tell you guys, what changed with jabs, right? What changed my whole opinion on things is when I was in college, fully indoctrinated in college, and I had a friend group that ridiculed me to an extent for intuitively knowing not to get this thing. And this was the 2020 thing, okay? And I was working with a naturopathic doctor, and I like reached out to her, and I was like, and mind you, this is 2020, y'all. This is 2020. Like I went like way alternative in a very short period of time because I just kept learning and learning and learning and learning and learning. And it's like, you can't go back once you know. Once you know better, you do better. And I asked a naturopath, and I was like, hey, like, what do you think about this thing? And I am so grateful. Oh my gosh, that she was blatantly honest with me. She was like, fuck no. No. She was like, I can't tell you what to do, but no. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh my gosh, okay. And ever since then, it was like, oh, let me research what these things actually are, and then the whole ridiculing, and then the whole losing everyone's job, and then the whole like, I actually can't even apply to jobs because I don't have papers, and I can't go into like other countries without papers. You know, we're all on the same page. We're all on that same wave. So yeah, we already know what's up. Recommendations for male currently on chemo pill, currently in remission for leukemia. Minerals. I cannot say that enough. Minerals. Anyone who is on any medication of any type, and then we go into a level of chemo, minerals is the comment. Wheatgrass, barley grass, spirulina, fulvic minerals, dulse, seaweeds, nori, sprouts, alfalfas, herbs, teas. All of those things. Anemia, anemic, spirulina. Everything that I'm telling you guys, what do I mean minerals? I just listed them all. Everything that I'm telling you, the brand, the company is Purium. Purium, code Detox Tori. You can get everything that I listed from them. Everything is regeneratively farmed. Nothing is grown with pesticides. It is all regenerative farming. It goes beyond just organic. It is regenerative. That means the mineral content in the food is actually what it's supposed to be, okay? There is a link in my bio to, maybe it's not there. Hit me up and put in my DMs if you want all the links of things. Just do minerals in my DMs in all capitals, okay? Minerals in my DMs, and I will send you all the links you ever need, okay? And I think because questions are coming up, I'm going to plug in my phone. I'm moving over here, y'all. Let me move over here until I can get some charge, because I thought I would be fine without it. Purium is the real deal. Facts, y'all. Facts. Code Detox Tori. Code Detox Tori. Let me see if I can I do this nicely? We're gonna have some really shitty lighting for a while, guys, as well. Purium is the real deal. The website is ishoppurium.com, P-U-R-I-U-M, ishoppurium.com. Code DetoxTori gets you $50 off 75 or more. I feel like I'm like an advert. Like, I am an advert. Like, this website is this, and this, and this, and this code, and XYZ. It's ridiculous. But, like, it's the resources, y'all. It's the resources. Totally. The resources. I needed to pause for a second, guys. Definitely needed to pause for a second. Had to breathe. Had to breathe. Hey, y'all. Okay, let me see what we were talking about here. Send that now. Yeah, hit minerals in my DMs if you need links for anything. I'll send everything over. Celery juice, totally. Celery juice. I agree. I definitely agree. I'm kind of scrolling through comments now. Anemic. Oh yeah, I was saying that. Anemia. Spirulina. Or if you feel like you really need, yes, celery juice is full of minerals. Exactly. For anemia, spirulina. Okay, spirulina has, I just posted it on my most recent reel in the comments because someone also asked about iron. 32 milligrams in 1 cup of spirulina, that's a lot. I would never take a cup of spirulina at a time, but I didn't do the conversion for tablespoons. But if you can really think about it, 32 milligrams of iron in 1 cup of spirulina, that's nice. That's a nice amount. So if in a tablespoon, how much is in a tablespoon? Like 8 tablespoons in half a cup? 16, 1 tablespoon. I can't do it right now. Anyways, do the conversion. Spirulina is a great source of iron, but and food, high iron foods, okay, spinach, high in iron. If you feel like you're like scared about it and you want to take a supplement, there's a brand called Mega Food. They have a blood builder. That is an iron support. Do you take these first thing in the morning? All these minerals I take throughout my day all the time. I have a smoothie for breakfast. I have smoothies for lunch. I have shakes in the middle of the day. Yeah. Do weak adrenals cause low estrogen and pregnenolone? Steal along with hypothyroid. Okay, weak adrenals is progesterone. So low progesterone, weak adrenals. Okay. Oh, this is what we're talking about. I've been struggling getting pregnant. Yeah, infertility, adrenal glands, ovaries, and root cause pituitary. Hey, Sarah. Love your branding here. Love that. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, so infertility and stuff. We can go surface level. Surface level is adrenal weakness and ovarian imbalance, but even deeper level, we may look at a pituitary imbalance. If you also show issues of thyroid, or also show the adrenals, the ovaries, and the thyroid are all governed by the pituitary gland. That's the true root cause. So if people usually have an imbalance across a couple of those, I use an example cold hands and feet or sweating hands and feet, that's a thyroid, plus infertility problems. There's 2. So we have a thyroid check and an ovary check. I would not treat the thyroid individual. I would not treat the thyroid individual and the adrenal individual. I would not treat the thyroid individual and the ovary individual. I would go to the deeper level of pituitary because they flagged for 2 signs. Okay? That's my comment on that. Do you think some people need the type of iron found in meat? The only type of person, based on what I understand, that needs that is maybe an O blood type, but I'm also an O blood type and I feel fabulous without meat. I probably had meat in the year 2022. I had meat 4 times, I think. maybe 3 times, I think. And I really feel fabulous. Like, sure, I'm thin, right? But it's because I don't work out. And like, I hired a trainer. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have a trainer. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to have a trainer. Like, foundational movement and accountability is so good. I'm currently suffering from the big C. Any holistic tips? Eat a clove of garlic with a slice of orange 3 times a day, every day. Clove of garlic, slice of orange. We talked about this earlier. Look at how everything comes full circle, y'all. I love when everything comes full circle. I love that shit. Sorry again. This keeps falling. We're in an awkward position since I moved to charge my phone. I'll go back over there soon. That was nice lighting over there. I like that setup over there. Never heard of that. Thank you. I know. I had never heard of it either until my teacher said it. We talked about garlic earlier and garlic being a natural medicinal. If you take garlic every day or eat garlic every day as part of your meals, your body's going to be resistant to the medicinal properties of garlic. So in your case, I hope you don't eat garlic every day. But if you don't eat garlic every day, then garlic can totally have medicinal properties. And my teacher, Haley, taught me this because I didn't know about this either. And now I tell it to everybody who says they have the C. The C. What probiotic do I use? I don't use a probiotic. I used to use Biomedic by Purium, but only for a 3-month protocol. You shouldn't be on Biomedic for a long time. But if you've never stripped glyphosate and if you've never had a probiotic that is from soil-derived bacteria instead of a synthetically lab-fed, sugar-fed bacteria, then I would totally stack that onto your shopping list that you're going to get from Purium. Code Detox Story. Again, like always. I always talk about it. DM me if you need protocols. No problem. I can send you the minerals to get, and I can send you the like gut stripping / gut restoring to some degree. It's obviously not going 100% deep because we're not going into a deep detox, but you can totally start to restore. Definitely. So just DM me if you need minerals and let's say gut. If you need minerals and gut, DM me. I'll send you what you need to get. Totally. Minerals and gut. Just DM me those words and I will know exactly what we're talking about. Okay? Just DM me minerals and gut. I will send you exactly what you need to get. Okay? No problem at all. Oh my gosh, there are so many questions in the question box, y'all. I didn't even check it. You know what I'm going to have to do? There's just so many questions to acknowledge for everyone. So I'm working on some things. Hey. Hannibal the African. Hey. Breast cancer stage 4 coming off chemo. Anyone coming off chemo or on chemo needs high minerals. You have depleted your body to the fullest. What did you say was the reason for cold hands and feet again? Thyroid. And if you show multiple imbalances, so in women, the pituitary gland is the root cause of thyroid, ovary, or I shouldn't say the root cause. The pituitary gland is the master gland of the thyroid, adrenals, and ovaries in women. And in men, we have thyroid, adrenals, and testes, okay? If you have an imbalance across multiple of those lower level systems, then think about the pituitary as the root cause. So if we have imbalances or symptoms flagging multiple of these lower level systems, I'm not going to work on the ovaries individually. Sure, I might put you on a support for that, but I'm not going to assume that that support is going to fix the root of the problem because the root of the problem is likely the pituitary gland. So we jump up to the root cause and do pituitary rather than focusing on the lower level, which is the gap between some naturopaths even and nutritionists is they focus on the individual system instead of understanding the true root cause and what governs. Okay? That's the important thing. You have to know you have to understand what glands affect other glands and like what what gland triggers this function in that other gland, and what gland has this waterfall effect on this other gland if it's not working. That's the gap. That's the gap. Ovarian cysts. Is that also in polycystic kidney disease? Okay, so these two are related. Ovarian cyst comment and polycystic kidney disease is all lymphatic system. Cysts are always lymphatic system. Okay? I'd say like maybe it's slightly an ovary issue, but I would say it's more a lymphatic issue. Any cysts and humps and lumps and bumps and things, that is lymphatic. You are having a backup of waste because the kidneys are not filtering, and what happens is the body creates a pocket, a tissue that surrounds all the acidic waste. When doctors cut cysts out of the body and open them up, they literally look like garbage and they smell like shit. Okay? All cysts are rooted in that. What do? Get on a kidney tea and change your diet. We talked about kidney teas earlier in this live, so you're just going to have to rewatch it again. Also, let me ask you guys, with how many questions are always like asked, and I would love to be able to give you like direct answers and things in an easier to understand format, in an easier accessible format. If I took things off Instagram at any point in time, would you be open to following a different platform? Let me know if that resonates at all. This is going to be saved on my Instagram, of course. And this came up earlier, actually. If anyone is recording this live, I do not give you permission to record this live on your own phone. This is my content. This is on my page, okay? Sure, I'm on the internet and my face is here, and technically it's a free platform out there, but yes, all my stuff is going to be saved on my page only. And now I would just love feedback. I already see some yeses. I would love feedback. Yes, this is saved on my page. Yes, this is technically recorded by me and saved on my page. Yes, Instagram will have it. Okay, I'm seeing some yeses. This really helps me understand what the hell to do with the internet. Because in order for me to be able to go deeper, I can't talk about jabs, and I can't talk about V words, and I can't talk about like heal and cure and reverse and all these things on Instagram. So just being able to, yes, if you are willing to follow me off on a different platform, let me know, because that will literally determine like if I even put effort into that shit or not. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Health is more important than Instagram, so yes. Thank you. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm seeing yeses. This is great to hear, actually. This is fabulous to hear, actually. Thank y'all so much. Okay, cool. Okay, this just definitely solidified some thoughts that I had, because it's just like, I want to be able to answer all your questions, and I want to be able to help everyone like on a scale that's like, we need our questions answered, y'all. We need our questions answered. And because some people have similar questions, except like one person will DM me and they don't know the other person, and then I would end up giving the same answer to both of those people because they both experience the same issue. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm like trying to get at here? Like, that's why I've been considering this, because like this isn't enough. Have you thought about making a YouTube? I have thought about making a YouTube. It's just that with what I talk about, YouTube flags as medical misinformation. So that's why it's like that's why I asked, like, following me on a different platform, like following me through to a different platform. It's like, this is where like I would be building like a whole thing here. Like, it's not just YouTube video. It's like podcast plus YouTube plus community forum plus Q&As plus live calls. It's like all of these things together, because YouTube censors me for misinformation. Instagram censors me when I talk about jabs. Twitter's whatever. Twitter's whatever. Can you share where you got your education? Recommend resources and books. Yes, totally. The highlight reel, my Instagram page has a ton of the highlights. There's one called My Education, and then there's one called Resources. It's right there for you. I love YouTube too. Yes, I love YouTube too, right? And they be censoring me for medical, well, not even me, because I haven't even taken the time to post it there. They censor my teacher, Carrie, who does post things there. Her account's been stripped like 3 times. She's had to somehow recover all her stuff and now post on like Vimeo because YouTube flags her as medical misinformation. So I'm just like, I'm thinking and trying to get feedback from y'all to see like what to even do, because like the fact that like Instagram Live, we've already gone this deep, and I still feel like I have to hold back, because I still can't answer questions like that, and I still can't go as deep in certain topics because it's just censored, which is fucked. So okay, cool. This is great feedback. Thanks, y'all. Thanks so much. TikTok won't ban. TikTok has flagged me many, many times, and I stopped posting on TikTok. I stopped posting on TikTok after 10 TikToks because, one, the comment section is absolutely hectic, and I don't like that energy. It feels very weird to me. My TikTok account is still up there, Detox Story. I just don't put anything up there because the comment section is hectic. China spies on you, and they flag me. You can put on every video a UCC code that would regulate them. Oh, y'all are on a different technology level. I don't know anything about this. Okay. Y'all are on a different technology level then. Amazing. Good to know. All right, y'all. I got some chargeback. Yes, TikTok will ban. Yeah, right? I think TikTok will ban. That's what I've seen. I got some chargeback. I'm going to switch. Gonna switch back to headphones and better lighting and water over here. Look at that. Medical Medium got banned from TikTok? Oh, no way. Medical Medium even caters to the mainstream. He's mainstream. And he's getting away with being mainstream because he's like, God told me everything. So people can like, the mainstream can like write him off because they can say he's crazy because he's like, God told me everything. Even though like, yeah, facts. I believe that. And that's not me being sarcastic either. So you only ever eat raw, never any cooked vegetables and grains? No, I don't only ever eat raw. I ate some cooked quinoa and some steamed sweet potato 3 weeks ago before I started a detox. Did you just start plant-based or detoxing? Why did you start? Oh, that's a loaded question I'm not going to answer right now. I have a whole live about my autoimmune issue, me healing my body, me going through chemo, that destroying my digestion, that flaring up my face, chemo completely destroying my nervous system and my whole body. That's why I detox. I did not just start plant-based. I just started a detox last week. Before that, I was eating steamed sweet potato and steamed broccoli with some tahini and steamed beets and some quinoa. That's what I was doing. But now that I'm detoxing, 100% raw. Yes. Yeah, my story's out there. My story's flying around. I told my story on the podcast called Real with Wellness, with Real with Emma. Told my story on plenty of Instagram lives. Yes, I gone through chemo over the course of 2 years. I had like 10 rounds of chemo, pretty much. How long after chemo you detoxed? I started detoxing after chemo 6 months after my last dose of chemo. Do you use anything canned? No, nothing in metal like that. No. After detox is a big question of mine. After detox, have cooked food again. Have some grains like quinoa if you want to. Totally. How long should a person do a detox? Minimum 3 months. But the thing is with detox, if you have chronic things to heal, the longer the body is in detox, the more it heals. The longer length of time you give the body to heal, the more it does. It's not like, I'm on a detox, I'm going to juice fast the entire time and expect my body to heal in the shortest amount of time because I'm downing gallons and gallons of juice and tons of herbs. That's not how it works. The length of time that you're in that phase allows the body to heal. I'm 4 years post-chemo. Should I still do a detox? You should always do a detox post-chemo at any point in time. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You need to detox. Did you lose a lot of weight? Good question. So I went through chemo from a hospital bed where I had like food handed to me all the time, and I was still eating like chicken and eggs and stuff. So I would just pound food. Like it was delivered right to me and I was just eating like at the click of a button. I was like, eat. I don't know. I'm naturally thin. So I don't know if I lost weight. I don't think so. But I definitely didn't gain weight, and I was eating a lot because food was being delivered to my bed. You know what I mean? So I only gained weight after I detoxed, cleansed my colon, and was able to start absorbing food again. That is when I was able to start gaining weight. And like this physique, right? I'm 5'9" and I weigh 140 pounds. Maybe fluctuate between a 135 and 140 at 5'9". I could only maintain that weight previous to detox lifestyle, previous to cleaning out my colon, with 3 egg omelet in the morning. Maybe I could get away with a fully plant meal at lunch and then 6 ounces of meat at dinner time. And that's what I had to eat. So much avocado, so much oil, so many protein shakes in order to maintain that 135, 140 previously. Now that I detox, I do not eat any of that. I only eat greens, I eat juices, I eat smoothies, I eat raw foods, I eat previously, before I just started this detox, steamed sweet potatoes, steamed beets, steamed broccoli, tahini, and I maintain my weight perfect on all plants. I maintain that 135, 140 perfectly on all plants now. When previous, it had to be 3 eggs and meat every single day, every meal. How often should I do an enema? If you're not pooping every day, you should do an enema. If you don't go 24 hours without pooping, you should be doing an enema. 24 hours without pooping, you should do an enema. Raw nuts during detox, I would say seeds, soaked and sprouted seeds are decent during detox. I'm going to say if you want to drop into a really, really deep level of healing, then we might take out seeds for a while, but still fat is definitely essential. Like fat is essential for brain function. So sprouted and soaked. So raw is for detox. I always thought raw was hard to digest. If raw is hard to digest, your pancreas isn't working and your stomach acid isn't working. So we need to restore that, and then we'll just blend food. We blend food while you're doing that. If raw is hard to digest for you, we blend food. Do you work out? I do yoga. I walk a lot. I jump around. I do not lift right now. What do you think causes intestinal polyps? I have a reel on this. Polyps, fibroids, cysts, all the same thing, lymphatic system. The body is creating a tissue, a pocket of waste surrounded by tissue in order to prevent it from affecting the rest of the body. Lymphatic system acidosis of the body is manifesting as a cyst or a polyp or a fibroid. Waste is accumulated and coagulated, sticking together in a certain area, and there is tissue that has grown around it in order to encompass it, encapsulate it, in order to protect the rest of the body. I'm not 100% on fruits, but I'm losing muscles. Haven't worked out for 8 years. Ooh, you're not absorbing, my friend. Can polyps become a problem with bowel movements? Is it affecting you? That's a very person-to-person question. It can. Is it affecting you? Do you feel like it's affecting you? Do you have pain when you press on your colon? Do you have constipation? Do you have diarrhea? Ways to boost your stomach acid. Greens are the answer. Greens. Boost your stomach acid naturally. Do not take shots of apple cider vinegar. Do not take a hydrochloric acid supplement. Okay, I've been going like an hour and a half now. Hey guys, I know some people just joined, but I've been on here for quite a bit of time. Great questions today, everybody. Fabulous questions. We talked about a lot. We talked about the yes and no lists, kind of common things that have come across over and over and over again with everything I've studied in detox retreats and mentors and everything, the common themes that come over and over again, because I truly believe that the truth lies in the commonalities. The truth lies in the commonalities. Okay. Oh yeah, so then it's totally affecting you. Yes, flat bowel movements. Yes, polyps are totally affecting you then if your bowel movements feel affected. Yes, simple answer, totally. Yes, this live is going to be saved. Everything's on my page, definitely. Yes. Have you heard of Yaki Awakened? Of course. How am I going to be in this space and not know Yaki Awakened? Absolutely. Absolutely. I know Yaki Awakened. I don't watch his stuff regularly though. I don't. I see him on Instagram. I'll pop in lives here or there, but I see what he's doing, building platforms so he doesn't get censored. I definitely see what he's doing. Totally. Don't drink with meals. Drinking dilutes stomach acid 100%. Yes, definitely. Definitely. You skipped over me like 5 times. Oh no. What is your question again? Let me see if I can find you. I wake up every morning in pain. My tongue is cracked and my bleeding colon hurts and bleeds. I am breastfeeding. I think I skipped over you because your comments were just longer and I just went to the quick ones. So yeah, your tongue being cracked. So if you know tongue mapping, tongue being cracked is a sign of digestive dysfunction and another thing that I can't remember off the top of my head. However, yes, totally. That would make sense that your colon is in pain and we have a digestive dysfunction. Yeah, change your diet. Change your diet as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Like overnight, probably. I'm not going to say that. Wean yourself into it if you need to. But as soon as possible, definitely. Definitely. I thought that and recently heard differently, SMH. No, drinking while eating dilutes your stomach acid, definitely. You want your stomach acid to be full blast during food. My teacher, Carrie, she says she doesn't even drink 2 hours prior to eating. Her last thing she drinks is 2 hours before she knows she's going to eat again. Crazy. Or eat a big lunch. That doesn't include fruit. Ulcerative colitis. Yeah, you got to change your diet. So ulcerative colitis, this is inflammation of the colon so far beyond that you have a breakdown of the actual tissue. You have acidic waste sitting in the colon that is almost burning through your tissue. It's opening gaps into your tissue because there's so much waste just sitting in there. Burning on the tissue is the word I'll use. Burning. Acid waste burning through your colon. Change your diet as soon as possible. Enemas as soon as possible. What do you think about consuming black seed oil? Yes, actually, if people are on a deep level detox and they're feeling a little bit depleted because we took them off fat because they dropped them in really, really deeply, then black seed oil at night, 1 tablespoon of black seed oil at night can be very, very helpful during that process. But I wouldn't take black seed oil every day. Does Carrie have an Instagram? 100%. Carrie Drink Wine. Carrie. Carrie. One of my teachers. Carrie Drink Wine. She's the one that has the Institute of Regenerative Health that I got my certification from. She's the one. She has clinics, does it far better than me. You know what I'm saying? None of this is my original information. I'm just sharing what the teachers teach me. You know what I mean? And kind of just learning from many sources and being able to articulate and find the commonalities, find the truth in commonalities. That's really just what I'm here to do. Hey, everybody. Hey. Hey, y'all. Whew. My throat is dry. Also, whenever I go live, this eye gets so tired. This one eye gets so tired. And I know it's because I have this crazy ring light source in front of me, and that light is not good for your eyeballs, especially because I do these lives right before I go to bed. It's not great. But I enjoy dumping my mind out into the internet at the end of the day. And normally people are sitting in bed and chilling and watching and able to answer questions. We'll see what happens. If a person can't digest fats, what is the cause? Liver and gallbladder are not consuming enough bile. Pancreas may not be Liver and gallbladder may not be producing enough bile for fat breakdown. If someone doesn't have a gallbladder, especially, the liver will try to overcompensate. The liver is overburdened. The pancreas also may not secrete enough digestive enzymes to break down fat or food or anything. Should we wait until everything is flushed / detoxed well to consume black seed oil? Not necessarily. I would say I would prefer you consume your natural fat sources from avocado and seeds until you drop into a deep level of detox, and then you can use black seed oil if you feel depleted. We don't use that with everybody at all. That's like a last resort. Is there a vegan option for omega-3s? Greens have omega-3s. The book is Green for Life by Victoria Butenko. Greens have omega-3s. You do not need fish oils and stuff like that. Thank you for the answer. Hate to come back to the polyps. What would you recommend? How to get rid of them? Kidney support, flush your lymphatic system, start doing enemas to remove acid waste from the colon, and opening the kidneys and flushing the lymphatic system starts to help remove acid waste from the rest of the body. What causes nosebleeds? Ooh, I don't know that answer. Ooh, I do not know that answer. I don't. I would if I were to intuitively say anything, it would just be like dryness, but like that sounds stupid to me. I don't know an answer to that one. This is good. This is great. Thoughts on oxalates? Rotate your greens to avoid accumulation of oxalates. Rotate your greens. I don't know enough about that stuff. There's like oxalate dumping and oxalate thing. Just rotate your greens. You're right. I'm right about what? Dryness with the nose? Is that it? That's all it is? I feel like it might be deeper than that, but I don't know an answer. A vegan option for omega-3 that I know of are hemp seeds. They have all 9 essential amino acids, high in protein and minerals. I love that answer. There you go. Hemp seeds. Beautiful. Hemp seeds and greens. I tried the ones with shells, but now I'm eating hemp seeds without the hard shells. I would always buy all seeds with shells on them and then soak them, because you want them in their whole state, and then we can just soak them to break down phytic acid. And I would say always blend seeds. That's what I learned from the Ann Wigmore retreat. Blend seeds. Make a nice paste, a really, really nice dressing out of a blended hemp seed. I heard teff grain can inhibit the absorption of iron and meat in... Have you heard? I don't know what teff grain is. No. I don't know what teff grain is. Do you take a pre and probiotic? No. And I saw someone ask earlier, why don't I take probiotics? I don't take traditional probiotics because in mainstream stores, they're fed with sugar. They feed the bacteria and multiply the bacteria by feeding them with sugar. So you're introducing bacteria to the gut that already craves sugar. And there's a gut-brain connection. We all know about that gut-brain connection. Your gut speaks to your brain directly. If your gut is messed up, this is going to be blocked. This is going to be messed up. It's literally the HPA axis. HPA axis is what it is. Gut, brain, adrenals then. It's like a whole thing. So probiotics, when they're synthetic, and in mainstream stores, they're fed with sugar to multiply that bacteria. You're introducing bacteria that want sugar to your body. That craving in the gut now, bacteria craving sugar, tells the brain crave sugar. You want sugar instead of natural sources. Food has natural pre and probiotics. If you change your diet long enough, your gut will regulate. It's just a matter of the fact that people don't want to change their lifestyle. People want quick probiotic, restore my gut. People don't want to change their lifestyle. Facts, mind blown. Yeah, right? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I love your lives. I'm on my detox journey. Just found out I'm pregnant. Everyone says I can't take herbs anymore. Also, what about doing a parasite cleanse? Oh, good question. Yay. You got pregnant. Yay. I would stop taking herbs. And I would not parasite cleanse. You got to wait, my friend. You got to wait. You got to wait. Support your body with minerals. Minerals. If you want, you can DM me minerals and I'll send you there's a protocol with pre-pregnancy and first trimester protocol for minerals. I'll happily send you that. But no herbs. I'm never going to, sir, there are some nuances, right? You can like take some, but I don't know enough about herbs, guys. Herbs are my gap in knowledge. I do not know enough about the nitty gritty things of herbs and how they interfere with certain medications and things like that. That's what I look up. I look up as these cases come to me and I learn as I kind of go through that experience. But yeah, congrats on getting pregnant. I would not do herbs and no parasite cleansing while you're pregnant. Support your body with high minerals is how you do it. And then you got it. Jessica, you're pregnant. No way. Oh my goodness. Yay. That's so cute. I be seeing you and your hubby. Y'all are cute. I don't even really know you guys personally, but like, yeah. Oh, congratulations, guys. If you're pregnant, congratulations. Yes. Support your body with high minerals. That is what we want to do for the babes. Yay. I think this was a happy note to end on. Nice congratulations to all the pregnant mamas and how to support your body with high minerals and no parasite cleansing during that. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to go and have an amazing night, everybody. DM me minerals if you need the stuff. DM me gut if you're looking for the probiotic, soil-derived probiotic. Like I said, I don't take a probiotic currently, but I used to take soil-derived probiotics. Soil-derived. Okay? So yeah, if you need those things, just DM me those words, minerals and gut. And if you're pregnant, there is a mineral protocol. Sorry. 10% battery notification. If you are pregnant, there is a protocol for pre-pregnancy and first trimester. Okay? So you're not going to answer me. Listen, I don't like when we have negative energy. I have been on here for an hour and a half. I have answered so many questions. Nobody's ignoring you on purpose. I am currently putting systems in place where I ask feedback from people if they will follow me onto a different platform in order for me to like help many people and address a lot of things. And the feedback was overwhelmingly yes. So very soon we will have something like that because yes, they are suffocating comments. Yes, there are too many comments and there are too many questions. Okay, so we're working on it. I've been here and I've answered as much as we can. I'm not negative. I'm not calling you negative. I'm not calling you negative at all. I was just saying comments that say, so you're not going to answer me or you skipped over my question. I'm sorry. I don't do that on purpose. Of course I don't do that on purpose. I'm answering everyone as I go through and as I see things. That's all. That's all. I like how I was just about to say goodbye and like now I see more questions. Love that. Ooh, let's see. Flaky scalp. Yeah, ask your question. If y'all need, ask your question, guys. I'm just saying, I don't see them all. That's all I'm saying. Flaky scalp. So this can be rooted in the lymphatic system. And it could also be just hot water. Like my teacher, Haley, it's funny because we went live one time and we were talking about like flaky scalp and dandruff and stuff like that. And sometimes we can always just tend to jump to the extreme and like, oh, dandruff is rooted in the lymphatic system. Acid waste is coming out the scalp. The kidneys aren't filtering. The lymphatic system is backed up. And now we have stuff coming out the skin, especially lymphatic stagnation in the brain. That's one option. And then my teacher is like, Also, we all take burning hot water showers, which dry out our skin no matter what. So let's oil our scalp a little bit and maybe not take scorching hot showers and see if the flakiness stops. Of course, support the kidneys, of course, support the lymph, because we have to heal other things in the body with that no matter what. But it was funny to me that, like, sometimes we always just jump too crazy. You know what I mean? Totally, totally. What are your thoughts on colloidal silver? I've never taken it myself. I have it purchased as like a backup or emergency type of backup for anything, but I don't know what I would use it for because, like, this lifestyle I live, I don't get sick. I would only use colloidal silver in an acute situation if I were to, but I've never personally used it and I don't know enough about it. Oof. Keep asking questions. She rocks. Yeah, of course. Keep asking questions. I'm here to answer. I'm sorry if I don't see all the questions all the time. And I'm sorry if you get upset if it feels like I'm ignoring your question, but I'm really not. I'm just trying to make sure, like, I'm just answering things as they pop up. And things on my end, like, flood quickly. Let's see what else we got. Edema or hand swelling. This is always lymphatic system. Lymphatic, 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 lymphatic. The kidneys are not flushing and we have a lymphatic backup. The internal waters of the body are backing up. The internal waters of the body are backing up. Thank you guys for the bless you. Salud. Salud in Spanish. Thank you for the bless you for my sneeze. Yes. The internal waters of the body are backing up, accumulating. Kidneys are not filtering, rooted in the lymph. The lymph is the internal waters of the body. Any swelling in certain areas are pooled lymphatic fluid, okay? Kidneys not filtering. Ooh, this is a good question. I kind of talked about this earlier. Thyroid healing, hormonal imbalance, eating whole foods, la di la di la. So if we see a thyroid issue plus a hormonal imbalance, we can say this is rooted in the adrenals and the ovaries, and we'll go to the root cause, the pituitary. So if we see overall hormonal imbalances across those three glands, thyroid, adrenals, ovary, the root cause is the pituitary.